Good morning, class. Mr. Balker here. I'm going to record this video a little bit differently than I usually do because don't have Hank, my cameraman, here, and I'm at home on the couch. So what I'm going to do is go over our last lesson for the week for Amplify. I'm sorry this video is coming out just a little bit late, but I want to talk about poetry. Okay, this is the continuation of the previous one, and so I will get right into it here. So I'm going to share my screen and pull it up. This is it right here, 7D, subunit 1, lesson 3. It's called Zero at the Bone. So we're continuing this little short poem by Emily Dickinson that is basically about a snake, right? It's called A Narrow Fellow in the Grass. The whole premise behind this is this beginning portion. Okay, as we went down these first 4 stanzas, the speaker is very much not afraid, not concerned, not worried, right? He's just talking about a narrow fellow in the grass, you know, not as though it's a threatening thing, not that it's scary in any fashion. Today's lesson focuses, however, on the last 2 stanzas. Okay, so I'm going to read that real fast, and we're just going to talk about what they mean by it, okay? Several of nature's people I know, and they know me. I feel for them a transport of cordiality. That first stanza right there, several of nature's people I know and they know me. What are nature's people? Right? The other animals that are out there, the other creatures that we encounter. And I know them and they know me. He's familiar, or she is familiar with these creatures. I feel for them a transport of cordiality, meaning I'm cordial to them, right? They're nice, I'm nice, everybody's nice, it's all nice. That doesn't indicate a sense of foreboding, a sense of fear, a sense of concern, anything like that, right? It's just saying, I see them, they see me, it's great. Now we talk about the last stanza, but never met this fellow, attended or alone, without a tighter breathing and zero at the bone. I've never met this fellow by myself or with other people without catching my breath and being chilled to the bone. That indicates that there's kind of a level of concern, a level of fear now, right? And I totally get this, right? There's a lot of people out there who are just deathly afraid of snakes. Not for any logical reasons. Sure, there's some poisonous snakes, but very few people are actually killed by snakes every year. Snakes are not that dangerous of a thing, and by and large, they don't attack humans often. And especially this narrow fellow in the field, right? Describes him as being a small snake that's right there on the ground. I mean, it's not an anaconda. It's just a regular little snake. That's what the speaker is doing, though, is it's aware of the fact that this is a scary moment. Whether it's logical or illogical, the speaker is indicating, hey, every time I see one of these things, I catch my breath and I'm just chilled, like, oh gosh. That's what the whole poem really boils down to there at the end. And they use really good imagery to do this, right? You've seen the entire time, you can kind of imagine this grass as it's parted and the little snake is wriggling by. You can imagine the person reaching down to pick up what they think is a whip and then watching it wriggle up and leave. That's great imagery, and it's very concise. And last of all, you can certainly imagine, you can feel the fear when the person sees it and understands what it is, catches their breath, and they're just like, oh my God, it's a snake. That's great imagery. Your job is to do the writing prompt here. And the writing prompt asks a question about the imagery. In which ways do the images in the poem make snakes seem not scary? In which ways do the images in the poem make the snakes seem scary? Why might Dickinson have included both types of images? Use specific images from the poem to make your arguments. Back it up with some proof. When I read this, I think this. You can tell that he says this, or she says, again, the speaker could be either way. It's written by a woman. That's what you need to do. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Sorry this video is coming out a little bit late. Hopefully it is helpful and you can get the assignment done. I will see you guys very soon.